Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Christoph and today we both are watching again The Rings of Power, this time episode 6. There are a lot of rumors going on about what is going to happen in the last few episodes, but I didn't really indulge in any of that. Do you want to say any expectations?
Yeah, some expectations for this episode would be that the Númenóreans finally reach Middle-earth, but we'll see where we get there.
Maybe they'll just be on the ship for an episode and only reach next episode.
That would actually fit the pacing of the series so far.
Definitely.
Yeah. Otherwise, I was quite bothered with these whitish.
Yeah, the
people,
albino guys.
The
exactly.
albino guys.
Well, they have blue eyes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, well...
So there was one theory that said maybe they were the wargs that attacked the Harfoots later, but you noticed that there were 4?
Yes, there were
albino
4
guys?
and
3
whitish
wargs,
guys.
right? Yeah,
and then,
okay. I would call them albino guys, just to give them a fitting name.
And only 3 wargs. So I was thinking perhaps they just kind of made the wargs chase the Harfoots.
Oh yeah, so like beast controlling.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, I don't think one of them would be Sauron, because...
Yeah, that would be silly. Yeah, Sauron, exactly.
Because what the hell would he have business with the Harfoots?
Yeah, actually it's stated in, I think it's the Silmarillion, the last chapter, that Sauron, as all the other wise in Middle-earth, overlooked the existence of the hobbits until they found, Bilbo found the ring. So that is actually stated. So he can't interact with the Harfoots. And
then I was just kind of thinking about which villain is the most believable, actually, in the whole series so far. And that would definitely be Adar. But something's kind of funny with that as well, because everyone keeps saying,
he's Sauron,
he's Sauron. Mm-hmm. But why would Sauron get to the point and just be like, ooh, I'm not telling you.
It would be really silly if the big reveal was exactly the thing that everybody already expects.
So my expectation for the series in a whole is that we might get a glimpse of Sauron at the end of episode 8 as a cliffhanger for the season 2. But otherwise...
It would be so meaningful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. My comfort drink today is a beer I brewed. This is from a recipe of 1890, a mild ale, and I made that with a historic barley. So I hope this gives me the strength to survive this. And we have some pistachios as comfort food.
Yeah.
Let's start. What could possibly go wrong? I noticed last episode we are really cheerful at the beginning, and then it usually goes downhill from there.
Interesting name.
Udun is a place in Mordor. It's basically the area in front of the Black Gate, but not in front of in the terms of where Frodo and the others were looking at it, but inside Mordor. That's Udun. It's also the Sindarin name of Morgoth's first fortress, Utumno, which is why Gandalf says Flame of Udun to the Balrog. Mm-hmm. So he's a Flame of Utumno from the first fortress of Morgoth.
Who knows? We might see
a Balrog,
Sauron?
Or Sauron, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, you mean this one? No. That's not Sauron.
Looks like his glove.
It's probably just an orc.
Yeah, probably. Nice fingernails.
Yeah, lovely. He's probably making barley for brewing ale. You know, trying to plant it, grow it.
Why would you have one glove and one...
Well, if you're really mysterious, then you have one gloved hand and one not gloved hand. It is Adar, you recognize?
Yeah, I reckon.
So he has one mysteriously gloved hand and one mysteriously not gloved hand with long fingernails.
And he's sewing stuff.
Yeah, so he's more like a... I mean, it's a positive attribute that he's growing something while destroying that village, right? They're really showing off the masks, right? Oh, and the humans.
Okay, so now they are walking towards the tower.
Yeah, the Elvish tower. That was apparently built on these old ruins by the humans, right? Where the altar was completely invisible because of this one vine of ivy.
And no one's there.
No, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually deserted. Wow.
Who would have guessed?
I was actually expecting a proper battle. I really don't understand why Adar knows black speech and isn't just talking Westron with them. As I mentioned in the previous episode, it's really not part of the Orcish culture to speak black speech, and it didn't exist before Sauron created his dominion in Mordor. That reverse grip is still annoying me. If only they would have shown the reverse grip with the arrow on the other side, it would have been fine. But he is murdering like half of the village people now, those that joined Sauron.
Yeah, well, they forfeited their lives, right?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's interesting that all the orcs immediately moved inside that fortress, right?
Not long enough. Come on. We have to make ready the
It's interesting that they don't even consider the other villagers, right? The other half of the village. But you see, they're almost halfway there, so they must reach it in this episode.
Oh yeah, that took Isildur with them now, finally. Yeah. That's how I do it as well.
Yeah.
That's not how I do it.
The host downstairs looking like, why did he do that?
It's a seal, dude.
I might have known.
Please don't say you look like your father.
You have the look of your father.
No!
He doesn't.
It's a full day's sail into the...
Yeah, as I mentioned before, the coastline of Gondor looks wrong because this is before the falling of Númenor and the coast should look different. What the hell is he doing?
Trying to destroy it?
Ah, but you can only destroy it in a volcano.
Yeah,
see?
he destroyed his hammer.
He shouldn't have borrowed Gimli's axe.
It is beyond our skill to destroy.
Yeah. Cast it into the fire.
Another Lord of the Rings reference, right?
We must draw the enemy in close.
They're all archers? Amazing.
What about me?
Tavern.
Taverns for wounded and children. I can fight.
I know you can. Which is why I need you in there protecting those who cannot.
The boy's a bit like the current Eowyn, isn't he?
And the shadow will not find you.
It's really nice how they show this preparation for battle. But it would work better if the rest of the show was a bit more serious.
Before the battle begins, plant one.
Oh, so that's what Adar did.
I think the seeds look different.
Yeah.
It is believed that one of the Valar watches over growing things.
What? He should know this stuff. Well, if he's a dark elf, maybe not, but he should have learned from the other elves that it's Yavanna. I still wonder whether they are exactly in Mordor or around it, or, you know. You never see the mountainside, you never see proper context in the landscape, except for this map that always zooms in somewhere.
Please don't kiss.
Oh god. I'm really not buying the romance. I mean, I'm accepting him a bit more as an elf because he's acting quite elvish if you take all the episodes together. But, yeah.
What they really need, like lanterns, if they were orcs.
Difficult to say. I mean, this looks more like it's portrayed in the Lord of the Rings, where they have torches. But, yeah, I don't know. So they're implying that Adar survived, and we didn't see that, which I find annoying. They didn't even use black speech this time, just grunts. It's, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That was easy. Are they all across the bridge already? I'm not sure.
Didn't look like it, but...
Okay, you see this in
Okay,
Seventh?
yeah,
This is like a Ukrainian situation right now. They should have like a volley of arrows going, not just one or two shooting. What's going on? Stabby stabby, yeah. I mean, it's historically accurate that the townsfolk would use pikes because that's easy to learn. Come on, just fell. Except for the one time where he did this butterfly kick thing over the chain, he really doesn't do much acrobatics, and it would help him a lot more. There you go. It's so rare. Why doesn't he do that while falling? You know, a good fall usually gives you a much more impression of the fighting prowess of someone. This looks like Legolas being defeated by Bolg in the second Hobbit movie, which I also didn't find very realistic. It was also wonky. You know, sometimes he's perfect athletic, and then the next scene he's not, and so on. Oh, that was well done. That's horrible. Why didn't he just stab him?
Harry Potter.
Is it?
On the troll.
Oh, I see, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, so the dagger's still in there. Yeah, that makes things difficult, right? Black blood.
I don't want that.
It's just an eye and a brain.
Yeah. I'm not watching.
The funny thing is that he pulled it out, and that's not going to make more damage, right?
He pulled it across.
Maybe, but he's being stabbed in his own eye now.
Ugh.
While bleeding, while the orc is bleeding. It's really not that gruesome. It's just, it's actually more like a scary movie thing. That's so ridiculous. Even more black blood, and he was saved by, of course, the girl.
Yeah.
The woman. Shouldn't say girl in that case. He drank so much orc blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, to me, that was just, yeah, that was just pure comedy, not anything serious. Just
What is he looking for?
well, he's seeing dead humans, and that's sad, right? What can orcs do against such reckless hate? Is it a second army?
Yeah, I think so.
How many millions of archers do they have there? And why did they just let the first army get slaughtered before sending in the second?
Probably to test their defenses.
And that's not what you do. You send archery support first, weaken the defenders, and then send in the infantry.
I don't think
Either you're gonna do this or I'm gonna die. Do you understand?
Why is she talking at all? Shouldn't the elf be saying this stuff?
She's the healer.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the elf obviously knows nothing of healing. Yeah, well done. Shouldn't actually hurt. Yet.
Prepare yourself.
There's not much happening, it's just pulling out the arrow.
I'm sorry.
Just a lot of drama, right?
Yeah, well, if you have the barb in you, then it's painful, but this shouldn't be too painful. Well, you shouldn't have twisted, really.
No.
What the hell? The worst healer ever. Yeah, it's bleeding.
Yeah.
You need to... oh my god.
Put pressure on the wound!
And not with a thin cloth. Just a thick one.
Stupid.
She's lost too much blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, duh.
She's losing right now.
Yeah.
It's just cauterizing the wound. It's actually quite sensible.
Yeah, I know. But still.
They should do the big wound first, the front one. Well, then it doesn't matter.
Can we please now go back to the Harfoot?
Well, the pain puts you in shock and unconsciousness.
Wake up! Mother!
Shut up!
Yeah.
Honestly, she's too important to die.
That's actually a good point. And ta-da! You see.
Yes. Now it's Gronk.
You mean Gronk? Gronk is a German YouTuber. Oh, so the Numenorians will actually come in clutch. I didn't expect that, but that looks really nice. Yeah. Good design, well presented charge. Yeah, that's nice. That's the stuff I want to see in Lord of the Rings. In Lord of the Rings-esque series. That's ridiculously slow motion.
So that's the Numenorians.
Yeah.
The cavalry coming.
They are coming.
Oh, it's a T-Rex from Jurassic
Or it's a
Park.
T-Rex from Jurassic Park, well spotted. How did they know to come exactly to this
Because
village?
Halbrand is with them and
But it wasn't really shown that Halbrand is from this village.
No, but I think he mentioned that he was from the neighboring
The
village.
Hordem or what it was. Yeah, but how would... I don't know.
It's just a good guess, I guess.
Yeah. And maybe they've been scouting for days and it's just all asynchronous.
Oh, great.
So elvish. Yeah, so elvish. That's the over-the-top elvish stuff that they also had in The Hobbit at some points.
I mean, it's nice that they're finally interlacing some of the storylines.
Yeah, it's all coming together now. Yeah, he's remembering the stabby that Galadriel told them.
I'm alright.
I thought you were.
I'm alright.
Why can't I call him properly Isildur? It's not like the hobbits who have nicknames. Like Nori from Eleanor.
Ken,
Oh, we're going to get a chase scene.
Commander of the Northern Armies. Galadriel.
Command of the Northern Armies. You know, in the lore, she doesn't have any military position whatsoever, and here they just invent the stuff. It's one of the many things that people have criticized even before the series was airing.
How convenient that they've got all these nice, rideable... Ooh, and
How could he even be there
I
in
don't
front?
know.
What the hell?
Just get him.
Why didn't he kill the person?
Poor horsey.
And that also, but why didn't he just kill the person? Oh, if they take him prisoner to Numenor, then that will actually be Sauron. Because he was taken prisoner to Numenor.
Oh, yikes. Very nice.
How uncouth.
One cannot satisfy thirst by drinking seawater.
So deep. Are they actually making it like the whole story that is developing in the next 4 seasons would not have happened if Halbrand would have just killed that person now? It must be Sauron, right? The way they set it up. That's the only way how to connect it to the lore.
I heard stories of elves taken by Morgoth. Tortured.
So they're actually doing that. Like the twisted Morgoth servant. But that's like, depending on what timeline they're using, 1,000 to 3,000 years after Morgoth had any hand on them.
The Moriondor. The Sons of the Dark.
Wait, Moriondor means a country.
We prefer Uruk.
What the fuck? Uruk is the name of the tall orcs in Mordor, like in Minas Morgul.
Perhaps we should bring our prisoners into the sunlight.
Sunlight doesn't kill orcs. It doesn't create pain, just weakness. Because the sun didn't exist when they were made.
Sauron devoted himself to healing Middle-earth, bringing its ruined lands together in perfect order.
That's not exactly accurate.
A heart created by
We
Morgoth.
are creations of the One, master of the secret fire, the same as you,
Ilúvatar.
and just as worthy of a home.
That's actually not true to the lore.
And even if it takes me all of this age, I vow to eradicate every last one of you.
It's a bit silly because we already know she failed, right?
That all your offspring are dead.
Why would it be his offspring? What the hell? This is really twisting the lore. Allergic reaction to lore abuse.
Fighting at your side, I felt if I could just hold on to that feeling.
Are you captivated by the story as well?
Please don't flirt.
I'm still waiting for him to become Celeborn.
my people are alive because of you.
Or like a quarter. They're all there again, you know, all the villagers always gathering around.
Are you the king we were promised?
That's surprisingly submissive. I wonder what this story arc is going to be.
Is it different? Is it something different?
Is it gone? Oh,
Yeah.
fun. That's so silly that they didn't even check. My god, why wouldn't they have?
Who's that?
Oh, that's the one villager that he saved.
How did he get?
I don't know how he got it. Oh my god, this is just really turning out silly, right? Because he just took blood from the elbow. It's not even a human sacrifice, a proper one. Is that like an underwater fountain? Oh yeah, the well. Still. Why are these there? That's why the tunneling system, now everything makes sense, right? That's why they were not around here. It's a big irrigation project that will create this into the Nile Delta, like in Egypt. Well, though that wouldn't make any sense. Why pour it into lava? Someone said in the comments that the sword would have something to do with the volcano becoming a proper volcano. That doesn't make really much sense, because this would be a short-term explosion now and not turning this into an actual volcano. Why do the orcs still have weapons? What is going on?
And she's just standing there.
Yeah, it's all just, you know, in slow motion. I'm not sure how physically sound this is, because I don't think a volcano that has contact with water from the top will actually erupt like this.
Well, I think it's probably because of the
Sword.
water.
I know the vapor explosion, but still, it's on the top of the lava, not
gone.
inside. Oh yeah, he is. Because he could free himself at any point, apparently.
And Galadriel's gone.
This would have been a great ending for the season. But it's just this episode. So, again, I have problems taking this seriously because it's just so obscure in some cases. I mentioned the cases where I didn't like the lore. That's fine. I'm used to that now. What I really don't like is just everything happening without any proper, logic in it. I really don't like that. Tolkien was very focused on giving his secondary world a very immersive feeling by making everything logical and connected. This just feels disconnected, so I'm still not buying it, and I'm just not caring anymore, I feel.
Well, my expectations were indeed fulfilled.
Yeah, they arrived in Middle-earth.
Yes.
Great success.
They were exceeded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they helped.
If you just lower your expectations enough, they might be exceeded.
What I liked was the fact, as I mentioned somewhere in between, that the storylines, well, two of them, are finally interlacing.
Yeah, that's nice.
But, yeah. I mean, that volcano is probably Mount Doom, right?
Apparently it seems to be, yeah. That's not how you start a volcano, because to get a constant magma supply, you need something different than just a bit of water. But that's just my comment. Maybe it was supposed to be a dormant volcano, everything was planned millennia ago. Nobody knows when, because if this is just after the first age, then it would be, like the connection between the tormented elves from Morgoth is still there, and this should be closer to the end of the first age, beginning of the second age, and then you would have no chance of Sauron actually having planned anything in Middle-earth, because he was confined with Morgoth to Beleriand most of the time. Or this is towards the end of the second age with Numenor, then really the elves shouldn't have been under the thrall of Morgoth anymore, because this definitely should wear off.
Except if Sauron is just imposing as such a torment.
Yeah, I mean, it seems just to be Adar posing as Sauron, which is really strange, because they kept saying that it must be Sauron, and then he's like, oh, maybe I'm not, and then in the end he's like, surprise, I am. We mentioned this in the beginning, it would be really, really weak as a reveal. That's pretty much it.
The pro thing was that there was no Elrond storyline and there was no Harfoot storyline.
Yes, big success. So I'm really disappointed by the Elrond storyline, as I said last time. The Harfoot storyline leads nowhere, because it cannot, if they want to end in a proper state in the Third Age. And these two storylines are working together. If they had made the show only about these two storylines, it could have worked, maybe. If not properly.
Yeah. 2 more episodes to go.
Yeah, and there's not much more that can happen except they bring Adar to Numenor for no reason whatsoever. I really don't understand why there were still some orcs left and why they had weapons suddenly. That was really strange. Maybe I didn't pick it up. But the progression of the story really didn't make much sense today. They didn't violate the lore as much as they could have, but it really was a weak story, in my opinion.
The funny thing is, while these two storylines merged together quite well, I really hope they are not merging the other two storylines as well, because I can't see that happening.
No, it's very easy. You just have the Harfoots awaken the Balrog, because the Balrog is actually that wizarding guy. It all makes sense now. He's probably being tossed into the deep chasm and then awakes as a Balrog. Mark my words, people.
Or he tells the Balrog to you shall not pass.
He falls down, tells the Balrog to shall not pass. Balrog gets angry, kills all the dwarves. Yeah, it's very easy to make a coherent story out of this. Seriously.
Great.
So today's Monday. We're watching this late again, but maybe we can manage to watch the next one on Friday just to help me, edit this earlier and getting everything out earlier. But we'll see. I mean, the videos are getting good responses even if they're late. So see you until next time. And I hope you're as excited as we are, because we definitely are we? Maybe not.
We'll see.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.